I got 4 of these beasts, as you can see. And this is not the biggest one. This is probably one of the smaller ones, but you can see my hand. And you can see the size of the clusters of these guys. This one is a strawberry limelight. So first when it comes out, they come out white. As you can see, it starts to turn pinkish, orangish color towards the end of September, October. It's enormous. Beautiful. As a matter of fact, in the beginning, they all stand up when you get rain, and we just had pouring down rain. They get very heavy, and they just fall down, but then they stand back up. My son and his friend are going crazy. Look at this. So this bush right here that you see is right now about 10 feet high and about 10 feet wide. There's a second one right there. And there's the first one, and I got one on the other side. So I want to cut some of these and make a arrangement inside. And of course I don't want to cut the ones that are on top because those look pretty nice, but I want to cut the ones that we want to call it collateral damage. Stuff that we know that, ooh, what's this guy doing here? Look at this, see that? There's a little baby slug right here. So for example, something like this, although it's crooked, it's not gonna work, but we'll cut it anyways. We'll put it down. And then you see all these other ones. The second one. That is gigantic, oh my God. Holy freaking moly. This guy right here. Look at the size of my hand. So this guy from here to here is about 16 to 18 inches wide, and from here to here, that's about 12 to 14 inches. Look at the size of this thing. There's my hand. There's the flower. This thing is heavy. That is heavy, wow. And did you see actually exactly where it grew? Shade. Shade where it's blocked by the sun. This guy up here is like literally 1/10 of its size. There's another one right here. Oh, look at this monster right here. You can see the pruners here. Yeah. They just literally downpoured like crazy. And so there's another one right here. You see this guy right here? I'm trying to use a chest mount for the cell phone for the first time, so I don't know how well it's doing. Also, you can see I've been working in my yard today pretty hard, so I'm filthy as a pig. My son came up to me and said, "Dad, you're definitely gonna need a shower today." I'm like, "Oh, thanks, son, for letting me know." Look at the size of this thing, just to show you. These pruners right here are, what are they? I think they're 11. Not 11, they're about, I think, 10 inches. So this shows you from with the flowers, 10. So this thing is about 18, 19 inches high. And then in the width, they're about 14 inches wide. You just see some of the dust on it. I was actually doing some cleanup of the beds yesterday, and I was blowing dust around, so that's where you see the dust. But you can see once you shake that, it comes right off. But this guy's an absolute beast. That is probably, I'd say in my experience, the biggest branch of a hydrangea I ever held in my hand. My kids are going freaking crazy, absolutely crazy. But anyways, okay, so this guy is not seen. So it's always better to cut them longer and then making them shorter. If you're making this for your wife, or yourself, or your mother, or whoever. Check out. Oh, it's a beautiful hawk up there. Look at that. Whatever that was, hawk or maybe eagle. Look at the clusters of these things. Absolutely amazing. This is a bunch up here I'm cutting down. There's one thing I'm going to do different next year. And so to really control the height of the bloom as you cut it back, either in fall or spring. There's a little bit of a trick. The more you leave open, the less it goes out. And so if you end up retraining that skeleton, and that branch gets thicker, and stronger, you basically get shorter blooms. And this is the problem, is just you saw how, and I specifically this year on purpose, I did not give these hydrangeas a drop of fertilizer for 3 months in the summer. I almost did not water them, thinking that that will reduce its growth. Nope. This first one that's here, compared to the other 3 or 4 I have, it's about double to triple the size. So what it tells me, it's the plant, very successful, the soil that it's in successful, but anyways, this tells you that it still grows like crazy, bunkers. So next year what I'm going to do is I'm going to put either chicken wire or a metal skeleton around it right before everything comes out. So as each and every shoot comes out, they're not going to wilt down like this because they're so heavy. I mean, you saw the size of these flowers right here. Once again, this is my hand right here. See that? There's my hand. And this is the size of the flower. It's enormous. Very heavy. I think I'm going to cut these guys down too, because first of all, you can't see them. They're out of the way. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. There's another one. Let's leave these for symmetry, but I can tell you this guy up here is just really big. Okay, so while we're here, let's take these guys out. I think I got about 7 or 8 so far. And actually, I really don't need that much more than that because I don't have a single vase in the house that will be able to hold these things in. Oh no, I do not need any more. I'm done. I am done. So let's take them out. You can see the size of these things. Enormous. Look at that. Look at that. So yeah, there you go. I got all of these right here. There's my second one up here. And there's a wasps I've never seen. Actually, I haven't seen this kind before. But there's all kinds of flies, bees, and everything. And now there's another one that you can see here that I got. Look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. The boys are going crazy right here. So there you go. This is what we cut down. And so, this is to show you really the size of some of these. And you can see the difference. That is enormous. This guy up here, and this guy, and this guy. So, all right, what we need to do now is we need to take all of these and make some sort of arrangement out of them so we can put this in the vase, right? And so, these are big. These are heavy. I'm not so crazy about this chest mount that I have, and even though I'm shooting in a 360 with a wide angle, I don't even know how it's gonna come out until I look at it. Hopefully good. Anyways, there's that monster one I was talking to you about. Dude, this bouquet is already heavy. I'm gonna need a bucket to put this into. Not to flip open, I'm gonna have to put some rocks on the bottom to create some counterweight. Okay, so, all right, so let's do this now. September, today's what, 5th or 6th? Gorgeous day today in Washington. It was overcast half of the day, and then it poured like it does in Midwest, literally for about 10 minutes. And then it stopped. My neighbor just got a dirt bike. So for last week, I'm not sure if the microphone's picking it up. He's been just kind of enjoying it in the back of his yard. Another neighbor got a side-by-side. So I'm feeling a little left out here. See, this is used to zip tie. Why? Because to really hold these things down, and it's something. And plus, not knowing what kind of pot you're gonna use, or bucket, or what, because this is heavy. We also want to cut these things down the same. Yep, there you go. As you can see, that is an enormous. Matter of fact, there's a lot of local places that pay you money for bringing these things in. They're used for weddings and different things, because if you go to a flower store, shop, and you buy one of these, you can spend anywhere from $5 to $10 for one of these at minimum. So yeah, there you go. I really don't like how this one came out. So we can tuck this thing a little deeper. I think this was the first one that I cut down, and I said, I'm not sure how it's gonna look because it was curvy. There you go, we just fixed it. We just pull this thing down, and now you can see it sticks out, so there we go. And here we are, our cluster of Hydrangea Udamus. I need to go actually get a couple more to fill in on the inside, but because these were so big, I couldn't find a pot big enough. But I think the pot has been found. All right, so we got 3 more. And I think, I have a feeling I may have to cut them shorter. Oh, that's perfect. There's another one, you can see this. The pink starts to come in. Ooh, that's perfect. Good measuring, Alex. There you go. Now, that one is 2 inches too long. It sucks to be a perfectionist sometimes, but sometimes you can be. Right now, look at the beauty of this perfection. If you were to go and buy this at any florist, I kid you not, you would have paid probably about $200 plus for all of this. Yep. Ooh. It's looking good. It's looking looking really nice. Look at these beauties. Oh, my filthy arms.